Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. And not just food, but everything we practice makes us better. Guys, we have a choice in life. Either to contribute to practices and foods and environments that make us better, or to choose or not choose and end up with something that makes us worse. Like, yeah, ice cream might taste good, but if you eat it every day, is it really contributing to your long-term goals, your health, your fitness, like how you feel, your energy levels, sleep quality, everything? It's all connected, guys. Or maybe you have friends who bring you down. Every time you talk to them, you just feel down. You don't want to do anything. You feel like the world is collapsing underneath your feet. Like, this is also a part of your environment. And if you are consciously investing into that, maybe not being super aware of how it affects your internal state, then if you are investing in those environments, those people, relationship with those people, then you are contributing to something that makes you worse at the end of the day when you could be better. And our mental emotional state is a huge thing, guys. It affects our decisions a lot, and our decisions affect our actions, and our actions determine our destiny. As simple as that. Today we are talking about practices really quick that will make your morning so much better, much more focused, alert, and awake, and on purpose, and motivated. And just by doing simple things, you can have that. Being not awake and barely making it through your morning isn't your destiny. It's just a result of bad practices that work against your biology. As a human being, we have certain biology, and if we work against it, we're gonna feel lousy. That's just like laws of physics. If you don't have good night's sleep, you're gonna feel lousy and not awake, not alert, not productive, not motivated. That's just how things are. So the first thing to upgrade your morning, and we talked about it many times, but I got a lot of requests from people to simplify those practices to bulletproof your morning so you feel alert, focused, awake, ready to go, motivated. Also, people ask me to give them simple practices to keep them alert and focused in the late afternoon, somewhere between like 4 to 6, 7 p.m., right? After this deep, like how do you keep working? Because it's not time to just do nothing yet. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Also, people ask me about nutrition. What kind of nutrition practices will support this rhythm of me feeling productive, alert, focused during the day, and then helping me to unwind and relax and fall asleep on time at night instead of feeling wired and tired. So these episodes till the end of the week, that's what we're going to be talking about. So number one, how to bulletproof your morning. So number one is to get 7-8 hours of sleep. And guys, schedule also matters. For most of you, unless you are a true, real night owl, and just because you're watching Netflix at night doesn't make you one. Only like 1/3 statistics say a natural night owl. It's still a big part of the population, but most of the people actually I deal with, I don't know for what reason, but they're not night owls. They just end up, again, watching Netflix and doing stupid shit at night. It doesn't make you a night owl just because you like doing that. I could be doing that too, but I know it's not going to work for me. Anyhow, guys, so most of you will actually benefit from sleeping from 10 to 6 a.m. Yeah, you heard me right, from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Now, you might say it's undoable, it's not doable. It is doable. What are you doing after 10 p.m. usually? Watching TV? Like, you could be sleeping at that time. And TV, I actually canceled all of my TV subscriptions, not TV really, but things like Netflix or other video streaming services. So I canceled them all, haven't watched anything for close to months now, and I can't really say I'm missing out. I actually started to spend more time with people playing things like table tennis or just walking outside. I started reading more than usual. I started learning more. All of a sudden I have this all time and energy, and it's so much easier to fall asleep. So canceling all of these things, might help you, and you're not going to miss out on anything, really. You'll realize that after a month of canceling all this streaming video stuff and other stuff that keeps you awake at night, right? So 7-8 hours of sleep, 10 to 6 a.m. seems to work the best for a lot of people. Just try it for a week, guys. You don't believe it? Try it for a week. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Be in bed. Give your body and brain opportunity to have the good night's sleep they deserve, and be blown away by how better you feel in the morning. Now, it may take a few days to adjust, and a couple of other things to make it better, but you'll be blown away by how much more energy you have during the day, and how more positive and optimistic and ready to go and motivated mentally and emotionally you feel during your day. So number one, 7-8 hours of sleep that works for most people. 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. seems to be like the golden time that you want to shoot for. The second thing, as soon as you wake up, when it's light outside, if it's not light, then wait for it. But as soon as you can, get outside, get out there before 9 a.m. because after that, there is this, they call circadian dead zone, when this thing that I'm talking about not going to happen. So before 9 a.m., as soon as you can, get outside for 5 to 10 minutes. If it's sunny, 5 minutes is enough. If it's cloudy, 10 minutes. Just maybe stand out there. I don't know. Coffee, actually, we need to delay that. 5-10 minutes outside. Why do we do this? Because we need to restart and synchronize our circadian clock inside of us to optimize hormones, things like cortisol, melatonin, and dopamine, and other neurotransmitters and hormones, to help our body and brain to stay awake, alert, and focused during the day. That, let your brain know that it's daytime, that it's morning, and you gotta be awake. This is much better than drinking coffee. It works much better, believe me, guys. Instead of your early cup of coffee, get outside for 10 minutes, and you'll feel more awake and alert without any caffeine at that time of the day. So in the first hour of your waking up, get outside for 5-10 minutes. So trust me, it's gonna help you to, again, feel more alert, focused, energetic, motivated in the morning. And then it will also help you to fall asleep at night on time and sleep deeper and better. So number one, 7-8 hours of sleep. Number two, get outside for 5-10 minutes. Standing by the window does not work. I mean, you'll have to stand by the window like 90 minutes or 2 hours, depends. So that doesn't work that well. 5-10 minutes outside. And number three, to bulletproof your morning, delay your caffeine for about 2-3 hours. I recommend being on the side of 3 hours. 2-3 hours. Why? Because in the morning, especially when you go out there, you're going to have cortisol released, this natural hormone that is designed to wake us up. You're going to feel alert and focused without any caffeine if you do the practices that I just described. But what's going to happen in 2-3 hours, that cortisol that wakes you up will diminish little by little, and then you'll also, like, your alertness and focus with it gonna be diminishing. And so that's when you need your caffeine, because before that your caffeine actually is competing with cortisol, so it's not going to do much, actually. Not at all. The cortisol will be doing most of the work, or caffeine will do some work, but then it cancels the cortisol, so it will make you sleepier much sooner. So in order for all this to happen in the right way, so cortisol will help you to stay awake, alert for a few hours, and then once that starts to diminish, you drink your caffeine in 2-3 hours after your waking time, and that will allow you to stay alert and focused in that middle morning when you'll feel this dip. But the dip with this caffeine at the right time gonna go away, and the amount of caffeine you'll have in your system going to be much less, and that will help you to fall asleep and sleep deeper and better at night. By the way, guys, the time to cut off your caffeine is 10 hours before your bedtime. This seems to be the best for most people now. Some people are not that sensitive to caffeine, but most people aren't those people. And anyhow, even if you are not that sensitive to caffeine, then canceling it, cutting it off 10 hours before your bedtime will still be good for you. So 10 hours before your bedtime, stop your caffeine. So for example, if you go to bed at 10 p.m., as we just discussed, then by 12 p.m., you should be stopping your caffeine and switching to decaf, to teas, but also make sure that those teas aren't extremely caffeinating. No energy drinks, nothing after 12 p.m., right? So drink your caffeine in the mid-morning, 2-3 hours after you're waking. That's when it's going to have the most effect to help you stay awake and alert. You don't have to drink caffeine at all. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about other practices that will naturally help you to stay more alert, focused, and awake. But today, this is the routine. If you are a coffee person, drink coffee. If you aren't a coffee person, then stay tuned for tomorrow to keep yourself more awake and focused and alert during mid-morning, right? But again, the first thing, couple of things you want to do to stay focused, alert, motivated in the day and to fall asleep at night on time and sleep better and deeper. So you want to schedule the sleep opportunity for yourself, 10 to 6 a.m. Now, the first couple of days, if you're not used to the schedule, it might feel weird. You might not feel that sleepy at night. You might not sleep that well. But little by little, it will change. Plus, with all the blue light, bright light blocking techniques that we're going to discuss later this week, you'll find it that it's much easier for you to go to bed and fall asleep on time and feel sleepy at night, right? But today, schedule every night for this week and the next couple of weeks, at least as an experiment, your sleeping time from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., maybe also delete or remove or pause all your streaming video things like Netflix, so you aren't that tempted to stay awake. Turn off all of your devices after 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 6 a.m., go to bed. In the morning, don't forget to get out there for 5-10 minutes. Just enjoy the sunshine, guys. And you'll notice how much better mentally, emotionally you'll feel and how much productive you are. Then delay your coffee if you are a caffeine person, 2-3 hours after your waking time. This is the ideal time to prolong your focus and alertness without interrupting with your other hormonal systems that might interrupt with your sleep cycle, right? So these are the things to bulletproof your morning. Try them for a couple of weeks as an experiment. Let me know. I'm sure 100% you're going to feel better. You're going to get more things done. You're going to crush it, guys. So isn't that like something to strive for, to aim for, to be your most badass, awesome human being you can possibly be and feel amazing every single morning? I don't know. I think it's the best thing ever, but I'm biased. Anyhow, try it. Let me know how you do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Please do share this podcast episode or at least teach this yourself to someone else. When we teach it to someone else, we remember it better. And then we are more motivated to stay aligned with what we teach and we start to practice it more often. So thank you for tuning in. As usual, till next time, eat better daily.